So I had every intention to sit down and start journaling, but before I did, I wanted to take a minute and share with you why journaling is so freaking important. Number one, you're probably rolling your eyes and thinking that it's just not for you. You just don't have enough time. And while I can definitely understand that, what if I told you that by taking the time to journal, you'll actually save yourself time? And you'll actually find yourself to be more productive. How does all of that work anyway? The reason journaling is so powerful is because it gives your brain a place to process without the chaos. So right now, the thoughts in your brain are doing this. All of them together, all of the time. They are a swirling tornado, bringing everything in with it, causing things to completely fall apart, and you can't figure out one thought from the next, and everything seems important, which means nothing is important, and you end up so overwhelmed and you don't even know what to do. Taking the time to journal means that you get all of those thoughts out of your head, out of the tornado, and onto a physical piece of paper. My favorite way to do this is to start by brain dumping, just by literally setting the timer for 5 minutes and just writing for 5 minutes, and you don't stop until that 5 minutes is up. If you want to write for longer, that's absolutely fine. Keep going, but make sure to write for at least 5 minutes. What this is going to do is that anything that comes to mind, you're going to get it down on paper, and then you're able to read the thoughts one by one versus trying to pick them out of all the chaos in your mind. By seeing things one by one, first off, you can see patterns. If the same thought came up 5, 6, 7, 8 times, that's something that you need to focus on, and that definitely needs to be a priority. The other thing that this does is that right now your brain is really overwhelmed. There's a lot going on up in here, but it doesn't feel safe letting these thoughts go. It's afraid that you're going to forget it. It's afraid that you're going to lose the thought altogether. And by not having these thoughts on hand all the time, you're going to completely fall apart and you're never going to be able to do what it is that you want to do. And on that same note, it's also because your brain has a lot of scary thoughts in it right now. It has experienced a lot, it's gone through some things, and right now your brain doesn't really even know what to do with those thoughts, but it knows that it can't really let them go. They feel too important. By taking the time to write them down on the paper, you give your brain the freedom to look down and go, oh my gosh, all of those thoughts are right there. They're right there in physical form on the paper. I thought them, I wrote them out, and now I can read them. It gives your brain permission to let it go. Now, I'm not pretending that this makes it super easy or like this fixes everything. But what this does do is this gives your brain an opportunity to say, hey, maybe I don't have to hold on to it. After journaling consistently and telling your brain that this is going to be something that you're going to do continually and for however long, it gives your brain permission to let go of those thoughts and begin to trust in the journaling and trust in the process, which is only going to help you because it creates more space. Think about it this way. Right now, your brain is a ridiculously messy, overfull garage. There's so much going on, and yet you're still piling more stuff out the door. And right now, the door is open, there's flies getting in, the weather is getting in, but you can't shut the door because it's so full. Organization doesn't matter right now. You have to declutter. You have to go through it box by box. Journaling and brain dumping is decluttering for your brain. Journaling gives your brain a chance to go through and clean sweep. Anybody else remember that show? Am I aging myself? It gives us a chance to clean sweep our brain. We can decide what thoughts, what feelings, what ideas we want to keep and make a priority, what ones we want to shelve for later, and which ones just need to go because they're not a priority right now, or they're just a garbage thought that were left by someone else. By taking the time to journal, you end up a lot less frazzled and a lot more focused. It may seem too good to be true, and you may think that it hasn't worked for you in the past, but I would really encourage you to just give it a shot, even if it was only for 5 minutes a day for the next few weeks. I promise you, even though you may not notice it at first, you're going to notice a drastic difference in how you think over time. This isn't a right away change, and it does take time and you have to commit to it. But the time is going to pass anyway. So you may as well do something that's going to benefit you 3 weeks from now than doing the exact opposite that will make you more stressed 3 weeks from now. I really do like the brain dump method, but sometimes people don't really even know where to start. This is where journaling prompts come in. You can grab journaling prompts from a lot of places. You can grab a journal, like I have the Worthy of Recovery journal specific for survivors of abuse. I also have like a little ebook of journal prompts, or you can like find some on Pinterest. There's lots of different places that you can go to get journal prompts to help you on your journey to unlock your brain. You may find that you start with journal prompts, and then as you begin to unlock your brain, you like to brain dump after the fact. Or you may start with brain dumping and then decide that you want to do more journal prompts. Or you may do a mix of both. That's what I do. It's helped me not only with my mom brain, but it's seriously helped me with my anxiety, and it's helped me to keep control of those panic attacks that are rising, because right now I've got a lot of stress, and that's what they tend to hit the most. So again, I'm not pretending that journal is a cure-all, and I am not saying it fixes everything. Definitely not overnight. But I am saying that it's worth giving a try. Pull out a notebook. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, although if you're like me and you like a pretty notebook, go for it, boo. And just begin to write. Find a journal prompt, brain dump, whatever it is you want to do something. And trust me, your brain will thank you.